All right, my friend, this is your reading about your relationship, your soulmate, your inquiry about when and if that will happen. Just want you to know that the immediate responses I got were, one of them I've already said, is that this isn't going to happen until you are established in your career. And another thing that came was that your relationship with yourself needs to be extremely authentic before you're going to be able to draw in the person with whom you're going to have a lifetime commitment with. That being said, you are going to have that person come into your life. You will have a marriage and you will be with that person, but it won't be until your career is well underway and established, and until your relationship with yourself is authentic. And I think your career and your relationship with self are going to be two sides of the same coin. So you need to work on both of those things in order for this person who's going to be your life partner to come into your world, to be attracted to that energy. Okay, let's just have a little look-see at, I'm going to do just a little quick Celtic cross to get an overall understanding of the kinds of inquiry that how we should be framing this inquiry. And then I'm going to go look at your strengths, obstacles and opportunities around this, and that's as far as I've planned with the reading. So from there, I don't know what's going to happen, and we'll see what happens, see what kind of guidance we get regarding this. Okay, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So you're inquiring about your soulmate, and we're looking at a soulmate in terms of somebody who's going to be a life partner, somebody who contributes to your life, somebody who positively enhances your life and helps you be the best version of self. Because soulmates can be all sorts of different entities in our lives. I do believe your brother was one soulmate, and the woman you had the accident with was another soulmate, in that they are catalysts in your world. But now we're looking at a soulmate who's going to also represent the partner with whom you grow, learn, positively develop, the person who enhances your ability to evolve in a comfortable, positive, safe way. All right, let's get this started. Oh, the Hanged Man. So straight up, we're looking at this from a new perspective, okay? That's where we're at right now. Oh, okay, and the Ace of Cups. So we need to be looking at this from a new perspective, this emotional, this relationship, the idea of this relationship from a new perspective, okay? You've got the Ten of Pentacles. So really what you want here is to feel really stable, secure, on in a material way as well, physically as well. Okay, so we've got, the Two of Batons here. So this is about a partnership. This is obviously about, the goal here is a partnership, an energetic partnership as well. Somebody who's definitely going to contribute to you spiritually, energetically, contribute to enhancing that for you as well. Not just somebody who's going to be, okay. And so here we've got the Knave of Battens. So there's a bit of a crossroads there, some options with which pathway you're going to go with this. The Three of Swords, so you're able to think creatively around this, which is good, because every time you engage with another person, there's going to have to be compromise and give and take. So what you're bringing creativity into this in terms of your ability to think creatively, which is always useful. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles, it seems as though it's important for you to have this material stability with this person as well, material success with this as well. So it's not just enough for you to have this emotional connection here. What we're really looking at is somebody who's also going to help you financially, somebody who's going to help you succeed financially, and I think that's important. Somebody who's going to help you succeed in your material gains, because this is a goal for you as well. Somebody who's going to help you succeed, that's what we're looking for. Okay, so we need to all right, so in terms of timing for this, we've got the Tower, so I'm just going to have to figure that out. Give me a moment. It's going to happen when this is going to come to you when okay, so we've already talked about when you're, okay, so this is you're going to be within your career is going to take off. You're going to be working. You're going to be working on yourself as well, holistically. You're going to be working on integrating your, which you've already commented on, you've already mentioned to me. You're going to be working on integrating your spirituality and your metaphysical philosophy into your work, and this is going to happen. This person is going to come into your life when at a point where you've kind of built up your career in one way, and then you're going to have to deconstruct it in another way. So this is going to happen, but not until you are established in the career that serves you the best, okay? So when you finish what you're doing at the moment and go out into the workforce, I feel like you're going to have a little bit of time in the workforce. You're going to do a little bit of adjustment, a little bit of navigating the system as such, and then you're going to actually pull that apart because it's not serving you, and this will happen after that. All right, 3 again, so you are going to be creative around this, energetically creative around this, and you're going to be able to draw on this to help you establish this. So this is interesting. I think this has to do with what you're going to do with your career. This definitely relates to, see, you're going to need to change things up before this works for you, but it will be a change. So I do feel as though you're going to go through a little bit of a period. I feel like it's going to be a couple of years. Let's just have a look for that. A couple of years where you're going to be employed, and then after that couple of years, you're going to have a massive change in your in the way that you do your work. And after that change is what is going to, when you go through that process of changing things up, that's when you're going to be ready to attract this person into your life, because you're going to be more congruent with who you are as a person, as well as what you're doing in your career. So I just want to clarify that. Is that correct? I'm talking to Enoch. Enoch is my higher self, Enoch is like a group of entities who form my higher self, and that's who I talk to when I'm talking. So in these kinds of things, Enoch, is it correct that the Aquarian is, look, it's already going forwards, and it's already saying yes. So I feel like it's 2 years. So we're looking at 2 years. You're going to be doing some hard work. It's quite a strong yes. Thank you. 2 years, you're going to be doing some hard work because you're going to be involved, because the person who you're wanting to attract into your life, you want them, it's somebody that you want to be a keeper. Okay, things are going to come and go, people will come and go from your life, but this person, because they're going to actually it's this person is going to come in to support you. It's not that they're going to be it's not, I mean, they will be a wonderful person, and they will be a caring, loving, it will be someone who honors you. But really, this person, you need to look at it from the perspective of, you need to change your perspective here of how you're doing this. And this person needs to help you succeed, okay? This person, you need to have this mindset where this person is actually coming in to help you succeed. They're coming in to support you. They're coming in to help you build. This isn't going to be, yes, there'll be give and take. You'll give back to this person as much as they give to you, but it's going to be like a friendship. When you have those really good friends who you can just be really authentically yourself with, you need to go through a few more you need to go through a little bit more of an initiation process before this comes out to you. And it's definitely, but it will be it will be really transformative. It will be a new beginning. So it feels like you may actually meet somebody before this person and be involved with somebody else before you meet this person, because when you do meet this person, it's going to be like a complete pulling down of everything that's already in place, and then you're going to have to go through this process of like deconstructing everything that you built up, and then it will pave the way for this person. This process where you have to pull apart everything is going to be the process that brings you into a new maturity, brings you into like more of an adeptness about not just what you're doing in terms of your career, but also in terms of like your also in terms of you working with spirit and your higher self, and how you're going to fuse this with your career, because this is what you want ultimately. Your career is really important to you, and you want somebody who's going to come in and be you want somebody who's going to come in and be completely supportive and understanding, and understand where you're coming from, because the way that you want to do things and the way ultimately that you are going to do things is going to be outside the box, which is also what this is. So you actually do have the ability, this is about your energy actually, and also about we do have like some I think what you need to do is work on overcoming this ego a little bit. And when I say ego, I don't mean that you're conceited at all. What I mean is that you are going to have to get to a point where you're willing to set aside like expectations. You're willing to set aside, sort of pursuing this as such, like trying to make this happen, trying to make this happen, and just get into that peace of mind where you're really connected with your higher self, and you have the faith and you can trust that your higher self, once you've done all the work with yourself and creating yourself as the best, once you connect with your higher self like in a really authentic and heightened way, which is what you're really working at now. Once that happens, that's going to create this kind of energetic wavelength for this person to come to you, this right person. But definitely in the meantime, you're going to go through this process of kind of like putting it out there, trying to draw this person in. I think you are definitely we're going to have one relationship in the meantime before that 2 years. Are we going to have one relationship? What are you going to say to that? One relationship in the meantime? Yes or no? Yes or no, Enoch? Yes or no? One relationship in the meantime? Hang on, that was me. Are we going to have one relationship in the meantime before this person comes into her life? We're going to have one relationship in the meantime. Is that a yes? Yeah. Yes, thank you. We're going to have one relationship in the meantime, but this relationship isn't going to be the relationship that's going to be the long-lasting one. This is probably just going to be like one of those relationships that's like a learning opportunity for you. You're going to find out more about who you are and what works for you and what serves and honors you through this relationship in the meantime. I would say that this relationship is going to be like a building block for you. It's going to be something that's like cohesive with your work, but at the same time, as your work, while you're sort of navigating how to work this system out, it's the same thing. You're sort of navigating how to work out the system of being inside your body, okay? You're trying to figure out the system of like being constrained or confined within your body. That's what it feels like, okay? So once you kind of like navigate, because there is a lot of connection to your body, there's a lot of connection to your body. That's what I'm getting. So once you kind of like figure out how to take a new perspective also around your body and your physicality, that's going to involve this. That's going to be what this person in the meantime, this relationship in the meantime, helps you to discover. You are going to definitely get to a point with that person where you do have like a realization about what it is that you ultimately need and want and deserve in a true life partner. But yeah, once you sort of like navigate this thing, something to do with your body, being within your body, being like encased in your body, that's what it keeps saying to me. Once you figure that out, that's when you're going to and that's this person, these things are going to kind of be like little initiatory processes for you to move through towards being in an open space to draw this deserving person in. Okay, so this is potentially what this card is about as well. Like there's a real physicality about the Tower. It's the kind of construct that we build around ourselves to protect ourselves. So once you've worked out whatever it is with your body as some kind of like protective mechanism as well, I do feel like you've built up walls around yourself, walls around your heart to protect you. So, and that's keeping, it's protecting you, but it's keeping other people out, and it's keeping out, you are protecting yourself from hurtful energies, but you're also protecting yourself from potentially loving energies. So that needs to go before we can bring in this new change. And when this new change comes in, when this man comes into you, when this soulmate comes to you, it will be life-changing. It will be actually something that you didn't realize could happen for you. But you need to feel worthy of it as well. That's what I'm hearing. You need to feel deserving of it. It's important for you to feel as though you're worthy of it. And I think this thing that you're going to go through at work is going to help you to engage with yourself around this. Let's have a look at the archetypal energy around it. Definitely feels like you've got some threes. You've got 2 3s here. You've got a crossroads here. You've got the Hanged Man here. It really feels like you're going to be strategic, like work more strategically, look outside the box, work outside the box. And once you can kind of do that, be creative, then you're going to actually like be and you have that within you. You're very clever, you're very intelligent, you're very clever, and you're also energetically very like a high vibration. Once you can keep that vibration up and stop being like afraid of the material, like the material world, the body and the physicality, and worrying about money and security, things like that. Once you can kind of let go of that kind of ego, that kind of like that ego perspective, that's when this is going to really unfold for you. So let's have a look at the energy around this, the archetypal energy around this. Justice. Okay, yeah. So this is definitely something you're going to be really, it'll come to you when everything's in balance, everything's harmonious, but also when this is like this feeling of like deservedness, when you feel as though you deserve it. So I do feel like you're going to go through, not heartbreak as such, but you might go through some sort of periods where you're feeling as though, Jesus, is this ever going to happen or what? Like, come on, like I do deserve this. I'm doing everything right. I'm doing everything that I can possibly do to be a good person and to be worthy of this and to bring this into my life. It's when you can let go of that, when you can just like trust that the universe is going going to provide this person for you, that's when it's going to come into you, okay? And that's in a couple of years from now, and that's when you've done a little bit more work on your own metaphysical journey, on your connection with your higher self, and on establishing yourself as a creative, as a entrepreneur. I'm getting the word entrepreneur. I'm getting the word as an entrepreneur. So you are actually going to be able to create something new in the field that you're doing. That's what it feels like. And once you realize, once that comes, you're being supported. Like it will come to you. It will be fair. And that to me relates to the tribulations that you've already been through as well. Let's have a look. Yep, okay. All right, so that's that. So definitely some change coming up. Definitely when you've gone through up this pathway, through a few changes, through a few obstacles, through a few tests. And also, I'm getting that you yourself are going to be quite financially secure within yourself before this person comes as well. It isn't going to be, so it's not going to be a matter where you rely on this person. It's going to be a full, I think that's what this justice is as well. It's going to be a really equitable balance within your relationship when this comes to you. It's going to be, everything about this relationship is going to be fair, okay? You guys are going to come at it from the same perspective. You guys are going to have this mutual respect for who you both are and for what you both want and need. You're going to have and it's going to be really holistic, actually. It will be nice when it comes. You just be patient for it to unfold. Stay there. Cool. All right, let's look at the strengths, obstacles, and opportunities around drawing this person in, okay? We've already had a look. The strengths are that you're creative and that you can actually be, it is definitely like an entrepreneurial spirit that I'm getting, that you can be creative with your thinking and with what you do, what you set into action. It's going to take hard work, and you can, but you're going to manifest this. All right, strengths, obstacles, opportunities. All right, the 5. So changeable, changing energy. 4. Okay, don't be too set. Don't be too emotionally rigid. Don't be too sort of rigid in your expectations of this. And opportunities. 6. Okay, so the opportunity to persevere with an idea or with a thought. Okay. 7. Successful thinking, successful ideas. I'm going to do it this way. Can you see all that? Strengths, obstacles, opportunities. What's that? The Queen of Wands. Yeah, don't be too, I'm going to say, tendency to be, is that Wands, sorry? Yeah. Tendency to be a little bit aloof or a little bit too patient. Let's have a look. Opportunity. There will be an opportunity coming up to actually take charge of a situation. There's obstacles, opportunities. 3. Yeah, there's that creativity again. So we're looking at energy and the mind as your strengths, your ideas and your energy. Okay, obstacles. Okay, so you got to wait until this finishes, okay? And you have to, in order to bring this person in, you have to be willing to be sort of vulnerable. And that's what you're going to practice with this other person in the meantime. And being vulnerable doesn't mean being vulnerable to somebody else's abuse or neglect or whatever. It just means being willing to really open up who you are. And to do that, you need to really know who you are. and opportunities. Okay, so it's going to be some kind of judgment situation, some kind of opportunity to appreciate that you're worthiness. Okay, let's have a look, see. Okay, so 5, 7, and 3. We're looking at, in terms of your strengths in order to get to where you want to be, attracting the energy of somebody who reflects back at you what you deserve to have reflected back at you, which is positivity, love, creativity, kindness, compassion, trust, faith, respect, all of those positive things. You're willing to be somewhat changeable, willing to kind of be compromising a little bit, which is good. Compromise with your energy, but you're also very successful. I do feel as though when you start your career, you're going to be really successful because you have the mind for it. You're really committed to this, and your mind is really receptive to it, and you very successful with how you're going to be working with people, which is going to be useful for how you're going to have to work with yourself, because there's going to be a lot of self-reflection coming up for you. There is this ability, again, I said, to be really creative in how you approach things, and I think that's something that you're going to have to draw on in order to get yourself into the right frame of mind and into the right frame of contemplation and sort of beyondness in order to attract the person that you deserve to attract, because this person is going to be like, we're looking for a soulmate, right? We're looking for somebody who, but not just a soulmate in the sense of somebody who's a catalyst. We're looking for somebody who reflects back at us and honors us and supports us. Okay. So we're really changeable. We're able to be changeable. We're able to shift our energy in a way that's going to help us to implement our ideas and our strategies, which are going to help us to kind of navigate the challenges that are going to come. There are always challenges on the pathway, but you're energetically really creative. There's something that you do, there's some way of living at the moment in your life that you actually have to like work around and be really creative with, and you're very good at doing that. So that's a strength for you, okay? I'll come back to this. The obstacles are that you have inadvertently, whether you've done it on purpose or just as an inadvertent protective measure, you do have a wall around your heart, and you are actually kind of like separating yourself from you are separating yourself somehow from other people, from people who actually could be good for you, and you're doing this either consciously or subconsciously as a really protective measure, and it won't be until you can work through that this person is going to come into your life. So you also need to understand that this goes hand in hand with your creative energy and your creative thinking and your successful, the way that you can actually succeed and succeed with your ideas. You need to be a little bit flexible about your emotional expectations from other people, okay? You just want this like foundation, this beautiful emotional sort of like thing to come straight away, but it's a little way off, okay? You need to learn how to be a little bit flexible around that and a little bit less rigid. You need to trust that you can let go a little bit, and that it's not going to be frightening, and that things aren't going to fall apart for you. You have a tendency to want to nurture people a little bit too much, and to give a little bit too much of yourself, and to sort of sacrifice the things that you deserve over the things that other people want from you. So that's going to be a learning lesson. That's going to be a lesson for you to learn and absorb over the next couple of years, and that's what this other person, this interim kind of thing, is going to be for you. An opportunity for you to understand the give and take in a relationship, and that you don't always have to be the giver or the nurturer. That you actually are just as worthy and deserving of the kind of love and approval and acceptance that you give to other people, that is something that you are going to have to really believe that you are worthy of yourself, okay? It's not until you can do that and until you can open up yourself to be vulnerable and to do this backwards and forwards with this this kind of give and take sort of relationship, this, you know, it's like putting your foot into a pool and like testing the waters a little bit and then taking it back out, and then putting it in a little bit deeper and then taking it back out. That's what this next couple of years is going to be for you, just like testing it out a little bit, getting familiar with that, feeling safe within that space, taking it out, understanding how that works for you, what that triggers for you, what that means for you, and then going back in a little bit deeper and then experiencing that and then coming back out again, and then integrating that into who you are and how that makes you work and if that works for you, and then like testing it again and again. And when you do that, when you go through that process, it's going to that's when these walls are going to start dissolving, and the honesty and the integrity and the ability for you to truly attract a worthy person into your life is going to just sort of like, once you give up pushing for this, it'll kind of just magically fall into place for you, okay? Opportunities to look out for in order to help you through this learning process are you're going to have some kind of an idea. There's going to be some kind of a something's going to strike you. You might read something somewhere. Feels like you're going to read something somewhere or learn something, or embark on some kind of different let me get the word for this. Some kind of philosophy or system that you're going to persevere with. Something's going to come to you that you're going to persevere with learning and integrating that into your practice. So look out for that. Look out for something. It's going to be a little bit outside the box. It's going to be a little bit different. It could be an opportunity that comes up for you to do some kind of workshops or something. It's something quite different, outside the box. This is related to this different perspective and this creative thinking and this creative energy. Look out for that on the horizon and participate in that, because that's actually going to help you to that's going to like help you in your career, but also in your personal development, okay? And those two things are going to go hand in hand for you. You will find a way for those, like your personal development, your personal beliefs and spirituality and philosophy. You will find a way to bring those two together into your career. And I think that's what that entrepreneurship was about. You will find a way to make those two things work together. I'm getting that you're potentially, in the meantime, going to be doing like your project sort of part-time and more structured work within the system, like we're talking about before, that kind of work. You're going to sort of like do some of that and some of your thing for a little while, and there'll be like this sort of crossover period, but they're going to complement one another. And then they'll feed into each other, and as time progresses over the next few years, this is they're going to feed into each other, and that's going to unfold this career pathway for you that it's definitely this career pathway that this guy is related to as well. Let's just check that. Is this person going to come in like through is he going to be related to the work that you're going to end up doing? Is he coming to you through your work somehow? Is he going to somehow come to you through your workplace? Through what you're doing for work? Let's have a look. Sorry, I'm just trying to get still. Okay. Is this a yes? Is he going to come in through work? Is he going to be related to work in some way? Yes. I'm saying this yes. It's yes. Yes. That's what I kind of was thinking earlier. So he's gonna, you're not the guy in the interim. He's kind of just like a practice run for you to figure out where you're at and what you deserve, and for you just to kind of like learn more about yourself. But the guy ultimately is going to come to you through your work, which is why it's really important for you to pursue this kind of outside the box thing, and to be less rigid about your expectations of a person and the kind of person that you want this to be, because when you can do this is going to open up the avenue for you to attract somebody who resonates at the same level as you. Okay, so that's this opportunity here. So this is about this learning opportunity, and there's also going to be an opportunity for you to then implement this learning, and to kind of like go on some kind of adventure, go on a journey, and to move ahead with this. And it will be like a financial progression as well. So you will actually, this will be a career opportunity for you, an endeavor that you're going to embark on yourself and get happening for yourself. You will be really supported. You're going to be supported by the knowledge and skills that you already have, but also you will be supported by the people around, like a good support network of people around you. They are going to help you. They're going to help you like physically. I get your body a lot. I don't know if your body is, I know your accident, but I do get that you're still vulnerable around your body, that there are still some vulnerabilities there. So you are going to have that support as well. There's going to be some kind of like improvement there, or so it's going to, once you're more congruent with your in terms of like living your philosophy, once that happens, your whole experience of being like an embodied person is also going to change. It's going to just, it's like like an ease, like more of an like a relaxation. That's the sound. It's like relax, ease into it more, less strain or something. So yeah, and this is so the opportunity for you to implement this learning is going to pave the way for this relationship anyway. And you're going to feel this learning is going to bring you to a point where you're feeling more worthy and feeling more feeling just more as though, okay, I'm comfortable, I'm content with myself. I've been through this process. I've been through the hard yards. I've done, I've been through my trials and tribulations. Now I've got this learning behind me. Now I've put this into practice, and now is the time when I can like honestly just have faith and just let this go, because that's really important. Okay, that's really important that you just like be less rigid, have a new perspective, take a different eye around this, in terms of like the beginning of a relationship with your soulmate. Okay, you need to just kind of like take your foot off the accelerator a little bit and just wait for the right opportunity to come to you, because it will come to you. You're not going to have to go out looking. Okay, which is nice. Okay. So let's have a look if we can see something about the person, about your soulmate, about this person themselves. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this person. About your soulmate, this person. What can we learn about them? Let's have a look at your soulmate. What can we learn about them? What kind of person are they going to be? What kind of person are they going to be? Definitely going to be somebody who's spiritual, somebody who's just sort of on your wavelength, but it is important that you do some more growing. You have a few, I'm getting that you have a few issues to work out first within yourself personally, to do with your feelings of safety, security, worthiness, deservedness. You have a few of those to work on already. So this person is coming to respect and honor that. So it is important that you put that work in and not be afraid to sort of address that wall that you've built up around yourself. And also whatever it is with your body is going to ease or be less of an obstacle or a barrier, or feel less of a detriment to you as you work on your spiritual initiation, okay? As you connect more with your higher self, that's going to be less of an issue for you, and it won't be an issue to this person at all, whatever this is. Okay, let's have a look at this person. All right, wow. Okay, so they're like really energetically gifted, okay? They could actually be an energetic healer. That's what I'm getting straight up. This person's really energetically accomplished, and when they come to you, they're actually going to be at the beginning of a new cycle with this. So they're actually going to have gone through their own little initiative, or no, they've gone through their own period similar. I'm getting that they've gone through a similar period of development and growth. They've committed themselves to that as well. At the same time, now that you're going to be going through it, they're also going through it. So when the time comes for you guys to come together, you'll know that you've both gone through this energetic work at the same time, but in different places. Oh, hang on. I wasn't really ready for that one. Sorry. Just shuffling again because I wasn't sure where I was going to put that card. Okay, that's better. Okay, so the King of Pentacles, this person will also be this person is also going to be right now working on their own material gain. They're going to come to you with their own, their own money, their own job, their own house or something. They're not coming to you in order for you to support them financially. You guys are going to come to this at the same level, okay? So there's no kind of sense that you're going to have to rely on this person, or that this person's going to rely on you to support them, okay? Financially, in the material zone, they're going to be fine. Even physically within themselves, they're cool with that. They're actually mastered that zone, okay? Yeah, 2 kings. Wow. And emotionally as well, this person's also emotionally adept, okay? So this person's been doing it's nice. This will be nice for you to contemplate, actually, like a period for you, something for you to meditate on, that while you're doing this internal work on yourself and while you're working on yourself, this person is doing the same thing, okay? So right now, this person also is probably somewhere out there, this person is also somewhere out in the world doing their own spiritual, mental, physical, universal, energetic work, okay? So while you're doing yours, just know in yourself that they're doing theirs, and when the time is right, you guys will come together, and this person is going to be adept, okay? This person is not going to be the person who's coming to you for support. They're not going to be the person who's trying to undermine your own sense of well-being because they're insecure, okay? This person's going to be physically secure in themselves. They're going to be emotionally secure, which is really important, okay? Emotional security. They're not going to have to take away from you to build themselves up, all right? Wow, okay. So very very intuitive person, all right? This person definitely does feel like some kind of like energy worker, because we've got the high priestess here. So this person is some kind of energy worker with some really advanced skills, all right? They're using their intuition as well, and they're not afraid to draw on that you know, they're not afraid to draw on the feminine and the masculine in order to achieve balance. They feel like a really enlightened person with a really heightened vibration. So they're really going to they're just going to bring good things to your life, all right? So if this, you know, this is what you're going to be attracting when you do this work on yourself. This is why it's worth waiting this 2 years for this to evolve, okay? And it's worth investing the energy in yourself now, because this person, once you've done this work, is what you're going to draw into you. They're going to be a reflection, and all of these things that are in this person are just things that you're cultivating in yourself. They're going to be reflecting what a like magnificent person you are back at yourself, all right? Okay, and again with the Knave of Pentacles, so financially they're secure, emotionally they're secure, they're intuitive, they're nurturing, loving, caring, probably a little bit mystical, and they're willing to also explore opportunities with you. So they're kind of willing to... It does feel like, because this person's coming to you through your work, I feel as though you guys are going to actually embark on some kind of career path together with this person's energetic kind of work, and the work that you're going to figure out what you're doing with yourself. You guys are going to work on this together. It'll be really nice. In terms of what they're what you guys have supporting you is, okay, so we've got the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so you guys are going to have, yeah, I think you guys are actually going to be able to build up a really sound kind of business thing together. That's what it feels like. You guys are going to support each other, like have mutual support for one another, and just kind of like feel really compatible in your goals and expectations. Financially, your financial and material sort of goals are really similar, and you're going to support one another, but also your own support networks that you guys have are going to be like mutually supportive of each other, which is really nice. The obstacles that you guys are going to have is a sense of competition, which is interesting. It could be like a little bit afraid, like there could be this fear of, just let me think about this for a second. Okay, there could be on your part a desire to flee because you don't think... You need to work on yourself to get to a stage where you feel completely worthy, because when this person comes in, they're going to come in quickly, and the immediate response for you is going to be to run away because you can't believe that it could be this good. Okay, so your initial kind of reaction is going to be yeah, nah, this is too good to be true, okay? But you need to trust, you need to work on your instincts, because this person's, you're going to instinctively know who it is, and when they come to you, be ready. So that's why it's important to do this work in the next couple of years, because when they come to you, it's going to be quick. They're going to be, you'll know immediately that this is the person that I'm talking about right now. And when they come to you, be ready for them, because it will happen quickly, okay? That's what I'm... But as soon as you do that work of deconstructing that wall, it's going to open you up to it, okay? So work on yourself now, all right? Yeah, and creative things together. It's nice. You guys are going to really complement one another. There's going to be this nice mutual support, mutual respect for what you guys both do with your work, and it's going to just be really enhancing for both of your lives. It's going to be just really mutually supportive. This person is really powerful, okay? So don't feel intimidated by that. It's not a competition. It's not like which of you is more enlightened, okay? You're going to be learning from one another as you work together and as you progress into and through the relationship, okay? And it will be enlightening for both of you, okay? It's not a competition, all right? I'm just being told to tell you that it's not a competition, all right? Just work on yourself, because this person is powerful, all right? But they're not going to use their power to undermine yours, which is the best thing. They're going to use their power to support yours, to bring you out, to bring you up, to heighten you as well, okay? You're going to be doing energetic work together, which is really nice. Some kind of energetic work together. I don't know, some kind of energetic work together. Energetic work together. What could that be? Some kind of energetic work together. Again, look, this person's definitely really energetically powerful. Energetic work together. Let's have a look at the energy around this person. This is the, I'm looking at the archetypal energy around this person at the time that you guys come together. Okay, yep, all right, yep. This person's going through their own trials and tribulations right now. You guys are definitely going to reflect one another back to each other. You're going to immediately kind of understand where the other person's coming from, because you've been through similar circumstances. You've been through you both had your tests, and you're both working on yourselves diligently, and you're working on your progress to attain a peaceful contentment in life. And this person has been tempered as well. And this card, this is what my analogy for this card is like when you see a blacksmith making a sword and they fold and bash the metal, the metal is going through like this process of hardening. It looks really destructive and like really what's the word, painful, but the sword it's going through this process in order to be the most amazing weapon that it can be, the most amazing version of a sword that it can be. And that's what this person is also going through right now in their life, okay? So while you're going through your process, this person's going through yours. You guys are definitely, and this is why you're soulmates, because you're both going through this process of learning from your past, and doing so in a really meaningful and purposeful way. You're not just going through these experiences and sort of suffering through them. You're actually going through these experiences, reflecting on them, and finding out the best way to use those experiences to serve the community, to serve others, and to serve like yourselves and your own development. So this person is going through this as well, and this is why they're going to be your soulmate when you meet them, and you'll know straight away, okay? And they will have that as well. They will, I'm getting that they will understand that it's you as well, okay? You're going to meet something to do with your work, the work that you start to get involved in. I just heard like the word advertisement. So there's going to be some kind of advertisement that you put out that this person responds to. That's what it feels like. You're going to put out some kind of advertisement that this person responds to. They may come to you in disguise. That's what I've just been told. So they may come to you in the guise of somebody. They're not gonna, they're not gonna look like they're not gonna be in fucking monk's robes. They're not gonna look like a Buddhist. They're not gonna look like some enlightened being. They're gonna come to you as just an everyday, ordinary looking person. But you're going to feel it. They're going to come in disguise, but you're going to feel it. You'll feel the resonance with this person's energy. Yeah. You'll feel the resonance with this person's energy. Yeah. All right, I think that's what I've got at the moment. I might leave this here. If you have questions, just shoot me a message, and we'll talk about it. Okay, Namaste, Hamofati.